Hello everyone and welcome to a rainy day on my vanilla Minecraft server. Um yeah, of course it's raining now. And it's not night and nobody else is on. So if there was somebody else on I could sleep, but no. Anyways, I'm not gonna get us all done in one sitting, and also that's mostly because what I want for today's episode isn't completely finished yet, and also to test out some stuff to make sure everything works correctly in editing. And, oh, yeah, because it got row of iron blocks. Anyways, as you can see over here, I've started to lay out the chests for this, and I was going through my old world looking at the first season world, looking at what all is bulk stored and what's not. We may actually have to add another module to the non-bulk stored items. I'm not sure yet. We'll see when we get to it. But also, now that the sun is going down, it stops raining. Perfect. Anyways, over here, as you can see, I've got some of the tunnel done, and I'm actually considering ripping the ceiling out, and for the parts that go over to the monuments, I'm thinking about taking the ceiling and raising it up to that level, and then having more, I want to have that go up some more. And now we can go sleep, finally. Mom, the server's showing off again. Need to ask it, did it save the cheerleader first? Time consuming everything. I do plan on working between clips, working on this next part, because I would really like to get this finished in this episode. La, da, da, da. Also, at some point, we really need to get a witch farm going. We need gunpowder. I need the gunpowder so I can fly. Even with wings, I'm basically grounded. My helmet looks like it needs a lot of repair. Anyways, for this farm, I said I was going to go with Nimbon's little efficient XP grinding farm. Now, in the world downloads that he's got, this is the one with the sweeping edge sword. There's also one with potions, which I'm not going to mess with. And I was actually surprised to find something else. We still got quite a ways to go. That'd be the lava level. That'd be the water level. I plan to work on this. I was surprised that he's got an improved version of the zip crowd version of the huge, massive drops farm. And I was thinking, why don't I try my hand at building that thing? But unfortunately, it requires a lot of glowstone. I think I've made the right choice on which way to do this, because this one doesn't take as long to build and is less resource intensive, whereas those huge, ginormous maximum number of drops per hour ginormo farms, that takes a while. Besides which, we actually we still need to take the water out from around this thing over here. But I'm waiting until I get that one finished, and I will see you guys in a bit, with hopefully that farm completely finished after I do 6 billion other things. I'll probably be recording the other part of this episode on a different day from today, just because how long it's going to take with everything else going on. So, I'll see you guys in a bit. What am I doing here? I'm not starting an episode again. I have the other clip in. Anyways, we're back. I'm a derp. Sometimes. Habit. I just got done working on another episode of my Project Ozone series, and I came over here to continue this, and of course immediately I go to do the regular, usual introductions and blah 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 blah. But we've already been recording this episode whilst the other things have been going on. Anyways, I've got this finished. Right now it's off. For now I've got this ladder over here. The link, I did go and find the link for the video of Nimbons, but I've got it all completely finished built. And I found a test world of his too that had a bunch of different command blocks that do various bits and bobs. And from testing, we're going to need some leaves. Although I don't know how much it'll affect anyway. Come on. Let me in! Anyways, it's all set up here, as you can see. I got the chest here. For the moment, we don't actually have storage set up, so it's just this little chest down here. It does work. For now, I have the little spider web and whatnot in it, as the world download would have. But I may be changing it out. And I'm undecided on how I want to get access to here. For now, I've got this ladder, which works. It's very functional. I'm thinking I might dress it up, though. What I was thinking is some nice stairs down, but I'm not sure how well that'll work. Anyways, I could show you guys. You just come up here and push this lag out temporarily for a second. And then we have to go downstairs because, unfortunately, we're too close if we don't. And being the only one on the server, this should work. It'll just take them a minute to get down here. There they are. I'm not sure if it's that I don't have sweeping edge or what. Hang on. But it doesn't seem to be as effective. I'm not sure. There goes one. Yeah, get here! Get here! And this hopper likes to lock up because it'll say there's power coming through here. I'm not sure where it... The screenshot. I'm not entirely sure where it's getting the light from that's telling it that, hey, it's time for power now. They do fall. They don't just max entity cramming. They sometimes just fall and die. It's really strange. I'm not sure why they do that. But anyways, it does work. It's very loud. That's why Impulse has his custom texture pack. Resource pack. It's not just textures. I think we can get far enough away if we just wander over here. Yeah. It's not as good as it could be. I'm not sure why that is, but the leaves over it seems to really help. Click. Sploosh. Anyway. But because of that, we now have more than enough sea lanterns. And I went with this design specifically because I was thinking, well, you know, we've got two of them. We don't have to have both of them be super high drop rate farms. We could get away with one that's XP2. And from my understanding of the way the XP collection and drops work, you actually get more experience from Guardians than you will from even Endermen. At least that's my understanding. Could be wrong. Could be wrong. 5, that would be a 10-minute episode or so. Anyways, I really don't have anything else planned for this episode, unfortunately. It took a while to get that done, and then with my other series going on too. Plus, IRL, I really don't have tons of time to just sit down and play currently. So, yeah. Oh, on the list of my to-do list, I need to get the draining contraption copied over. Oh yeah, I was going to show you guys. Oh, I thought he had escaped. We've got a few sea lanterns from this. Also, I need to refresh my food because, well, we've been hitting guardians which have thorns. And there was something else. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I have a book, and now I don't know where I put the thing. Great! I was thinking we could update the book. But how can we update the book if we can't find it? It's around here somewhere. Nope. Nothing there. I wonder where I put it. There's gonna be a lot of this. Well, anyways, I was gonna take the north side guardian farm off the list, and well, actually, first I have to, update the list altogether. I think next episode I'm gonna try and get a lot of this built in between episodes. There's nothing there either. It's probably over here. Either over here or back on our outpost island, which at some point we also need to get the floor in and also get the as much of the storage set up as we can. I have a notepad document as well with what will be bulk stored, or at least what I have bulk stored on my previous world. Nope, not in there. Not in there. Not in there. Not in there. Where the heck did I put that thing? Nope. Gonna need to cook up some more of that here in a couple of rounds of playing Minecraft. I'd say a couple of days, but it's hard to say how long it's actually going to take. Also, I do need to get onto that too. So let's see if we can find our book before we sign out, because I would really like to update the thing. Ow. Smacked in the mouse. Oh, also between episodes, I went and named the first melon. I did that one specifically because I want to use it as an item frame thing for our pumpkin and melon farm when we get to it. Jeez. Book? May I have my book? Could I have my book, please? Please? I have a book and quill, and I don't know where I put the darn thing. Well, I guess we're not going to be doing that. Anyways, on my to-do list, among other things, is of course we got to make more rockets. But I've been put a lot of thought into it, and I definitely want to take this and lift it up a bit, and then with the walls for the inner ring or for the main section, because I believe that even though most of the bulk storage stuff in the previous season only had 5 double chests assigned to it, I'm thinking I want to go with like 35. There was one that had a lot extra beyond that, but that was the exception. That was the sand from my ocean monument projects, and I hadn't quite got that. Well, I don't have quite as much sand as then, and also, additionally, in addition to that, I'm going to be smelting a good portion of it into glass. Because, as you can see, we're using quite a bit of that this season. There we go. I do that every now and then. I'll mean to hit F3 and instead I hit F2. Where the heck is that thing? Did I leave it at spawn? I mean, well, that's a good possibility. Well, let's see if it's over there. Because there's a couple double chests with some stuff in it still at spawn that I haven't went and got, but fetched. Retrieved? Yeah, retrieved. So, I wonder if it's in there. Let's go find out. Because I want to get writing some stuff in there before we get to the signing out. One of the things on my to-do list, of course, is clearing out some space for the nether hub itself. Alright. I don't think it's in here. Could it be in one of these chests? No. So we got a bunch of chests and stuff. That's also on my to-do list. We need to get some storage going for this so that I can actually turn it off. It works. It's running. It's just that... okay, we'll leave before they notice we're here. See you. Anyway, it could be at the witch farm too. That's quite a bit of a hike through the nether here. But yeah, there's that, and at some point I think we do need to get a smelter of some kind going, because at the moment the current smelting solution just isn't going to cut it. I'm not going over to the witch farm, by the way. I'm just going to pop out here. Go back to base for now. I'll find the book later. In any event, I do hope you enjoyed this video, even though there wasn't necessarily a whole lot of action in this episode. I do hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, be sure to hit that like button. And if you really enjoyed it, you can click on my little Minecraft guy's face to subscribe, and you can check out some of my other videos on the screen as well. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.